Hello and welcome to What If Sasuke Talked to Team 7, Part 8. I apologize for the late video. I had a very busy week at work this time around. Now, last time on the What If, Akatsuki abducted Gaara. But with the quick thinking of Hokage Kakashi, Team 7 and then Team Guy in quick succession was sent to the rescue. Sasori found out how much wood really sucks when compared to puppet jutsu, and the battle was won pretty easily in all retrospect. Gaara was saved before the full extraction, saving his life, and then by extension, Lady Chiyo didn't have to sacrifice herself. Now I'm going to have a little retcon here because I realized Sasori's little admission of having a spy in Orochimaru's ranks doesn't make as much literal sense with, Sasuke not being part of Orochimaru's gang. But Danzo is. In the last part we had Konoha try to execute Danzo and Danzo escaping. And in the canon storyline, Danzo and Orochimaru have not a very good relationship, but they do work together. So in this case, with Danzo now being a missing nin from Konoha, he is now working with Orochimaru. So now we back to the story. So again, Team 7 with now is Team Yamato, because Kashi is now the Hokage, is assigned on this mission. But Team 8 with Kurai is assigned as well. So Team Yamato, so both teams head out to the bridge, which is the rendezvous point with Sasori's spy. During this time, Hinata finally gets a chance to reconnect with Naruto. Now, this Hinata is still pretty, shy, but she actually has a chance to interact with Naruto, and Kiba, who has tried and failed to court her, is now supportive of their relationship, and of course Shino has always been in Hinata's corner. So, we have, Hinata and Naruto actually having a conversation, her blushing profusely, Naruto uncertain about how things are going, because this Naruto is just as naive as in canon. Sure, he's spent time with Jiraiya, but Jiraiya's just a super perv. He doesn't really know anything about relationships. But they make their trip to the rendezvous point, and then they split ways. Team Yamato goes to the bridge with Yamato himself disguising as the Sasori puppet. Kabuto is revealed to be the spy that Sasori has and attacks Yamato. Orochimaru shows himself at this point and, makes the whole comment about how he is Yamato's creator. He's the reason he has wood release. And, spotting Sasuke, still kind of interested in his body, but nudges him about how he must be wanting to get at Danzo and all the horrible things that Danzo has done for him. And then, of course, Orochimaru speculates on who is now stronger, Naruto or Sasuke, as he knows that Naruto has also unlocked his Genkai, the adamant chains or adamantium chains. Now, this little jibe causes Naruto and Sasuke to get angry, as you might expect. Naruto entering his Toad Sage mode, and Sasuke using his perfect purified seal mode. Please in the comments below if you think of a better name for Sasuke's non-corrupted curse seal mode. Meanwhile, Sakura faces off against Kabuto. It's kind of a Sannin apprentice match, with Sakura and Kabuto both being medical ninjas, but now Sakura is actually up to the challenge of fighting Kabuto because she's trained in Tsunade. She's even more she's actually competent. She's not just a muscle-bound idiot, even though she's supposed to be smart. So the Sakura and Kabuto are actually neck and neck. They're at a stalemate, really, because whatever damage, chakra scalpels, 100-pound fist, whatever Tsunade's attacks are called, they hit, but each medical nin can just heal themselves, so they're at a literal stalemate. Meanwhile, we have the imperfect sage mode, because I didn't give Naruto perfect sage because that was just stupid. So he, gets into that little muted toad mode that Jiraiya turns into when he's fighting pain, with the big, throat and digited fingers that are all, toady and warty, which, because it's in perfect sage mode, he's not really able to move very much because that means he won't be able to absorb chakra. Luckily for him, he's got his chakra chains, the adamant chains. So he uses those to send out in a very obvious reminiscence to the Nine Tails. So he sends the tails out to attack Orochimaru while he remains mostly stationary. Meanwhile, Sasuke in his pure curse mode takes to the air because he does have those wings that now actually look more like real wings opposed to the weird snake things, and is using fire and lightning jutsu to rain down on Orochimaru from above. And all this time, Yamato is helping the two gain. Sasuke would be a Chunin at this point. Naruto should be a Chunin as well, but he's still gaining because he didn't take the Chunin exams. So, in any case, Yamato is helping the other members of Team 7 by using his wood release to try to block the Snake Sanin into the fight so he can't get away. Orochimaru is both furious and impressed that Tsunade, and by extension her apprentice Sakura, had fixed the corruption within the curse seal. And disliking a fair fight, as the 3-on-1 is actually a fair fight, the snake team of Orochimaru and Kabuto retreat. Meanwhile, Team Kurenai was not idle. They had went the other way of the bridge, and whenever Kabuto passed, the trackers, Hanada, Shino, and Kiba backtracked Kabuto's trail back to the hideout. And when while they were scoping out the hideout, Danzo left with his two assistants. Let's see, Torun Aburime and Fu Yamanaka. So those three are leaving, and while Team 8 tries to follow a discrete path, they did not realize until too late that Danzo has a Sharingan for an eye and spots the team, starting a battle. Shino fighting his cousin, Torun, and Kiba going after Fu, whereas Kurenai and Hanada are forced to fight against Danzo, who, of course, as you might suspect, considering Danzo is close to an equal to the third Hokage, they're clearly outmatched. But Danzo is not going to use his Miyako Sharingan. I cannot say that word. The Kodo Makakami on them, because he can only use it once a day or once a week. I can't quite remember, but it's very rare, so he's not going to use it on a battle he can win under normal means. Now, of course, Shino and Torun are both bug users. Of course, Torun has those micro bugs that make his skin purple, so he does have the advantage, and he is winning a battle of attrition against Shino, because if any of Shino's bugs that actually make contact get poisoned to death by the micro bugs. Kiba is actually doing much better. As you might remember, during the Chunin exams, Kiba fought Ino and lost in a humiliating battle because he didn't take her seriously. So during this 3 years time skip, he's actually, learned how to fight a Yamanata. So he's actually doing pretty well, especially with Orochimaru, as Yamanatas usually can only attack one person at a time, especially with such a fast taijutsu, not expert, but specialist like Kiba. Nevertheless, Team 8 is overwhelmed by the superior forces, especially with Danzo backing up his two subordinates, who are at least joining levels of themselves. But of course, Team Kurenai were never wanting to be in this fight. They were just supposed to be trackers and guiding over their head. While Danzo is debating what to do with his, bested opponents, whether to just kill them and get out of the way or imprison them using his, he is a very knowledgeable steelmaker, Buna Jutsu, so he could, do something to make them part of his team. But that is when Team 7 shows up, having recovered from their fight with Orochimaru, who went back to the hideout, but Sasuke, having his dog summons, was tracking Kurenai, not Orochimaru, and came up to Team 7. Team 7 came to help Team 8. Now, between Sakura, Sasuke, Yamato, and Naruto, Fu and Turin are quickly defeated. Now, Danzo is still on a half and half there, but with seeing one of his targets in mind, he uses Shisuin's eyes, the Kodo Amakasukami, on Naruto, giving him the Genjutsu order to kill all the Uchihas, causing him to go for Tails mode and start attacking Sasuke. Yamato needs to use his special suppression skill to stop Naruto, and during the fight, Danzo has escaped with his two subordinates. And that's where we're going to leave you for this time, with Naruto under Danzo's indirect control and being dragged back to the village to be deprogrammed. Check you later.